Minecraft Bedrock Edition has made a lot of progress recently towards complete parity with its Java counterpart. However, there are still some major features Java has that Bedrock still completely lacks, and in this video, we're covering almost every important feature that Minecraft Bedrock is still lacking or that Java Edition does better. Now, the first item on our list is pretty major, and that is the lack of offhand usability. On Minecraft Java, you can put literally any item that you want into your offhand, whether that be food, another weapon, or even something just completely random. This comes in handy a lot of times, especially when you're trying to build or have food on the go. You can even just use the F key as a convenient shortcut to do this. On Bedrock Edition, however, there's a very limited number of items that you can put in your offhand. These are really niche things as well, like maps and fireworks and Nautilus shells. Really? Sure, most of these are still very useful, but you can't put things like blocks and food, meaning this is a big feature that Bedrock is still lacking. Our next item is much more minor, but it ticks off many players, myself included, and that is the fact that Bedrock Edition single player cannot be paused. I mean, yes, you can hit escape to go to the pause screen, go to settings, all of that stuff, but that doesn't actually pause the game. As you can see, these zombies can still attack me and kill me while the game is paused. And of course, this is normal for multiplayer, but for single player, sometimes you need to eat or go to the bathroom, and it's kind of annoying to have to exit the game entirely and reload it every time. This especially tricks many new Minecraft Bedrock players who don't know about this problem as well, leading to them dying while the game is paused and sometimes losing all their items. That really isn't fair in my opinion. Speaking of pausing the game, it also allows you to access the settings tab, and Bedrock Edition is missing a lot of Java Edition settings. This includes many video settings, for example, biome blend, distortion effects, cinematic camera. I mean, I use cinematic camera all the time for my videos in Java Edition. In Bedrock, I kind of have to resort to just lowering the sensitivity. Bedrock Edition is also missing many accessibility features, for example, customizing the chat bar, toggle versus hold for sneak and sprint, and subtitles for sounds. That is a really big feature a lot of Java Edition players, especially speedrunners, use to their advantage. Now, this next one is also a really big miss, and that's the lack of Superflat customization on Bedrock. I mean, even Legacy Console Edition had this feature completely built in. If you guys don't know, on Bedrock, there's no way to customize a Superflat world. You're going to get the same boring world with grass, and that's like 4 blocks tall. Now, for the average player, this might not seem like much of an issue, but it makes map makers' lives a lot easier, and it's also a fun way to create challenges for yourself. So this feature is definitely something that we need in Bedrock soon. But now, let's turn back the clock. You're loading up Minecraft for the first time in your life, and this is the first Minecraft version that you started playing. You're thinking back to those good times right now and want to relive some of those memories, and on Java, you can. It's as easy as going into the launcher and just selecting an older version out of the archive. Any version you want, even the first ever version, if you were one of the few there to play that. But in Bedrock Edition, it's completely impossible to play older versions of Bedrock, even with the launcher. This is honestly pretty sad, because I know a lot of people who have a ton of nostalgia for old versions of Pocket Edition, especially with features like the old stonecutter and Nether reactor, but they'll never be able to relive those ever again because Bedrock simply doesn't have this feature yet. And guess what? If you're on Bedrock and you want to use the Nether roof to travel around your world efficiently like on Java, you can't even do that either, since the height limit of the Nether in Bedrock is capped at 128, meaning you can't build on the roof, not even to make a second Nether portal. A lot of players don't even know this. They just watch some tutorial for getting on top of the Nether roof thinking it'll work, and then just get stuck up there forever and lose their entire world. Also, why don't we talk about the fact that Bedrock still doesn't have this debug menu when you press the F3 key. Okay, maybe not all of this information is that useful, but some of it is, like seeing the current biome you're in, seeing the block light level, the direction you're facing, all of that stuff. Bedrock is also missing all the other cool debug features, like seeing chunk borders. This is really useful for mining netherite, advanced tooltips, hitboxes. Sure, these are all just quality of life features, but there's no reason why Bedrock shouldn't have at least some of these. Just showing coordinates isn't a lot. But while that one's a bit more minor, a big feature Minecraft Bedrock is still lacking is the 1.9 combat system. Now, this might not be a feature that many Bedrock Edition players would want, but basically, Minecraft Java Edition has combat cooldowns attached to pretty much every single melee weapon. There are also damage differences. For example, axes actually do more damage than swords on Java with a slower cooldown, while on Bedrock, axes do simply one less damage than swords. On Bedrock Edition, none of the combat cooldowns exist either. You can spam melee weapons as much as you want, similar to how Minecraft Java was before the combat update. This next item is really funny. Now, we really don't think about the animations of our Minecraft player character that much. However, if you press F5 in Minecraft Java versus Minecraft Bedrock, you're going to have two wildly different results. Mainly, when sprint jumping in Java, it looks pretty typical. On Bedrock though, the sprint jumping animation is definitely a bit strange looking. It looks like your player character is barely moving their feet at all and is just sort of gliding through the air. This one is really nitpicky, sure, but still, I think they should probably fix this because it really doesn't look that good. Player animations aren't the only thing that's missing either. Many mobs, such as skeletons for example, are missing animations as well. Skeletons on Minecraft Java Edition are much smarter, they strafe around, and they only fire arrows about once every 1.5 to 2 seconds. On Minecraft Bedrock though, skeletons don't strafe at all, and if you come close to them, they just start spamming more arrows at you, which gets really annoying unless you have a shield. Other animations, like zombies raising their arms when targeting something, are also entirely missing from Bedrock as well. Then, let's talk about commands. I'd say Minecraft Java Edition definitely has a much better command and command block interface. For example, you can see when the command you typed is wrong, there are color indicators and autofills. In Minecraft Bedrock Edition, typing commands and operating command blocks is kind of annoying because the UI is not as polished. Bedrock Edition is also just flat out missing a bunch of Java's commands. I mean, just take a look at this list. It's pretty big, and some of these are actually useful too. For example, the /tick command can be used to start and stop time, and the /seed command allows you to view your world seed and copy it to the clipboard just by clicking on it. In Bedrock Edition, let's say a friend asks for your world seed, you have to exit the world entirely to the menu and then copy it from there. That is really annoying. After that, let's talk about a bug that has been in Bedrock for way too long. In Minecraft Java Edition, you can go as far into your world that you want, millions of blocks, without having to worry about any issues arising at all. The gameplay here is pretty much the same as it is at world spawn, and the game runs really smoothly. But on Bedrock Edition, the world not only gets really laggy the further you go out, it's also possible to just straight up fall through blocks, the world, and into the void if you're not careful. This really shouldn't be a thing, and it's actually a glitch that has been in Bedrock for more than 6 years at this point. Those are all the major features missing from Bedrock that will hopefully be fixed at some point. If you guys did enjoy this video, then please consider dropping a like and a sub, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.